Hey everyone, welcome to Thailand News Today. This is going to be the last episode for 2020, and a lot of the stories will be centered around the unfortunate outbreaks of COVID-19 recently, so stay tuned. Pattaya and neighbouring Banglamung in Chon Buri province are now classified as highly controlled areas with an emergency order shutting down bars, parks, schools, and non-essential businesses. The emergency order was announced this morning, and the order is in place until further notice. There are no set curfews, checkpoints, or travel restrictions, but the governor is urging people to stay at home. The order does not ban alcohol sales, but large parties and gatherings, even at private homes, are banned. Here's a list of things that are closed. There is further details about the Pattaya restrictions at thetiger.com. Now that the COVID-19 vaccines are being rolled out in some countries, the next question relevant to Thailand is, if I've had a vaccine for COVID-19, can I come back without doing the mandatory quarantine? The Public Health Ministry has issued a statement stating that in the short to medium term, everyone entering Thailand has to do at least a 14-day quarantine. The quarantine will apply even those people who have been vaccinated. The Public Health Ministry says the reason is because the vaccination process has only just begun and there's no agreement or study on how effective the vaccine is in a real-life environment. So for now, if you come to Thailand under any visa, vaccinated or not, you will still need to do the mandatory 14-day quarantine period at your own expense at an ASQ facility. So get ready for more long weekends. The cabinet has added 8 holidays to the 2021 calendar, including an extra day for Songkran in April. The extra holidays is an effort to promote domestic tourism and stimulate the economy, which has been battered by Thailand's reaction to the pandemic. There are 4 new national holidays and 4 regional holidays as follow. Undocumented migrant workers from 3 countries will be able to register for legal employment, allowing a 2-year stay. The cabinet has approved the measure in an effort to control the spread of COVID-19 after an outbreak at a Samut Sakhon seafood market affecting a large, mostly Burmese migrant community who worked around the fishing hub. Migrant workers from Cambodia, Laos, and Myanmar will be able to register with the Labor Ministry's Department of Employment starting on January 15th until February 13th. The workers must go through a health screening before submitting a work permit application. The workers and their children will receive health insurance for 2 years. Undocumented migrants who do not have an employer must find a job within 90 days. The Public Health Ministry has named 3 Bangkok eateries thought to be linked to the 22 new cases of COVID-19 in the capital. People who have tested positive for the virus can be traced to these 3 restaurants. The ministry says that people who visited any of these 3 restaurants from December 15th to 20th should go into self-quarantine for 14 days and monitor their symptoms closely. There's also a cluster of cases in areas bordering the COVID hotspot of Samut Sakhon and another cluster traced to a shoe factory in the Rama 2 area. Again, there are more details at thetiger.com. And that's all for the news this year. Stay tuned for our news roundup as well. Meanwhile, have a wonderful New Year's, stay safe, and see you in January.